What is up everyone, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another episode of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. My name is Miles Rowe and in today's video we'll be having a look at the latest news as well as a weapon that I have been playing with in the past few days and I have absolutely loved it. So stay tuned until the end and let's have a look at what we have in store today. So as you guys can probably have seen online, a lot of content creators have already covered this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail with it, but on Sunday this is what everyone has seen, the news about Black Ops 6. Now of course there will be other games that the Xbox event had released, which we're not going to go into detail. However, of course, for us in our community, Black Ops 6 is probably what we are all after. Now, it goes kind of without saying that for many of us, probably it's going to be a question mark whether the game itself is going to be raising to its expectations or if it's going to be another flop. But, you know, there had been some signs of the game being actually in line with our expectations. And we do hope that this is probably going to be a game that we were all waiting for some time. Now, if I think just addressing this issue as a general opinion, after having Modern Warfare 3 Zombies and after experiencing with this, of course, it's quite easy for them to mention something along the lines that they have listened to the community. So now, you know, we'll probably have to see how this plays, how it's going to look like on launch, and of course how the game is actually going to be. I'm sure that many of you guys are probably waiting this as much as possible, and you know, quite rightfully all of us are. So let's see how this actually will look like towards the end of the year. But in the meantime guys, let's have a look at Kastov 545. This had been a weapon that has been around since Modern Warfare 2 and a weapon that not many of us had played with in Zombies. I have to say I actually quite avoided it for the simple reason that it didn't necessarily have the damage that you'd expect from it. So recently I've seen that a few people had played with the conversion kit, but in today's video we'll be looking at how you actually can play with the Kastov without the conversion kit, because I still think it's a really strong and powerful weapon, which you know you could play with without that conversion kit. And as in my case as well, I actually don't have that conversion kit unlocked, and for my surprise the weapon was performing the same as what I've seen with actually having the conversion kit. So we'll be just going to the tier 3 and put this into test straight away. I hope we'll be able to do one of these tags at least. Yeah, so there's no one here. Nearly broke my leg there. One of the things I always liked about the Kastovs, at least in the multiplayer side of things, it feels like a steady weapon, and you know, in Zombies as well you'd want to have that, I guess. But again, in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies we had a bit of a different approach because of the attachments and how you could temper the weapon and its performance. So you know, I think you know, making a side reference to how the future of Zombies will look like, going back to round-based Zombies, I think it's an absolutely awesome idea. I do think also there will still be an element of having an open world zombie map. I do think they will try to keep both kind of communities happy. You guys will be surprised, but there's still a lot of people that are enjoying the open world setup, like myself. I think it's been quite innovative. So you know, I can't say that I'm not excited to play again the round base maps, but equally I don't want to miss out on an opportunity of an open world. So I think this is an amazing strategy if they actually are going for it. So let's see how this will unveil. But in saying that, I think, as I said, the weapons are quite unique in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and if in the round-based setup you would expect certain weapons to do really well because of how they were usually performing, here we don't have the same sort of arrangement. So I think, for my surprise, Kastov definitely had the buff because he has been absolutely amazing recently in Zombies. As you guys can see, it's actually doing pretty well, and we have completed this. So I'm just gonna skip the rest of the game and see you guys into the Dark Aether. Right, so going back into the game, I hope you guys had a chance to copy the loadout of the weapon. I've tried to tamper with it and make it somehow mobile, so I do hope you guys will find this build useful. But going back into the game, I've managed to find a group of randoms, and unfortunately none of us had an Elder Sigil, so we had to go with a normal Dark Aether Sigil. But I think this will still do the trick, and we'll still be able to see how well the weapon does. I mean, so far I've been really pleased with the Kastov, and I have to say it's definitely a fun weapon to play with. I'm not saying that it's a super overpowered weapon that you guys should try because it just shreds everything, but it does the trick. It does handle itself really well. It's mobile. It's got really good damage rate. It's got really good range as well, and it's just overall really pleasant weapon to play with. So I would suggest you guys giving it a go. It's one of those weapons that does feel like you're playing zombies. So yeah, I hope the build will help you guys enjoy the same sort of setup as I did. Okay, so you guys can see obviously it's the Dark Aether, so you would naturally be a bit easier, but the damage is absolutely fantastic. But in other words, guys, what are you all thinking about the Black Ops 6, the announcements, the kind of roadmap of the game, and the trailers and all the other small kind of Easter eggs? I've actually seen a video the other day which was actually quite interesting, analyzing the Zombies director setup, and on the small table next to him there were 3 elements that were kind of suggesting that they were listening to us as the community, as well as a kind of guidebook of Black Ops 3, the gobble gums, and somewhere in the background there were the original perk bottles, which was quite cool. I have to say I haven't even paid attention to that, so super big thumbs up to you guys for finding this reference. But I mean, I think as always we do get a bit excited about the news. We do get a bit ahead of ourselves with making the game maybe too overhyped, and I just personally think, for the sake of you guys not to get super disappointed or on the opposite, I would love everyone to be extremely pleased with the results, but just not to get disappointed with the game. Try to manage your expectations to a containment point, because we just don't know what to expect, and given that there is a bit of competition out there right now in the FPS market, hopefully we will see a fantastic result and exceed our expectations, if anything, which I guess everyone is after, and inclusive Treyarch. I'm sure that they are probably also wanting us to be super happy with the upcoming game. Alrighty, but in the meantime as well, at the end of this month, guys, we will have Season 4 Reloaded, which I appreciate it doesn't have necessarily a lot of content being added, but there's definitely something new that we should expect in the map, which I'm personally excited because I feel it's probably been a bit of a longer gap, and we definitely need that fresh thing added to the game. I don't think it's gonna make the tier 3 area any quieter. If anything, it's still gonna be quite busy, but for the time being and until season 5 comes up, it's definitely gonna at least make us look for a bit more things that we have to do in the game. Right now I genuinely think that the season 4 had, had a mix of weapons. We obviously had the really broken incendiary rounds, but then there was a mixture of weapons that you could use, and I think right now everyone's just testing new things and perhaps just getting ready for the season 4 Reloaded, because I just think they have tempered with a few weapons, including the crossbow, so you don't have anything extremely overpowered that you can play with. I just think everything right now it's probably to a very similar level, which to an extent I guess it should have been done, but equally there will be newcomers like this Kastov, for example, that come out from nowhere and no one was kind of expecting them to get a buff or to just feel a bit better than before. Right, so I think we should be done here. I forgot it's the normal dark Aether, so we don't have any crazy goodies here, but I'll drop these so we got buy for the guys. I'm also curious to to see how if they would obviously keep the open world sort of setup in the new Black Ops 6 Zombies game, if they will still keep the Scorcher as well. I'll be very interested to see this, because obviously there was quite a lot of hype with it being a new wonder weapon added to the game. So I'm just curious to know if they'll be keeping that and how we'll be able to use it. I'm not saying that the zombies map are small, but most of them, they have so many rooms and underground bunkers and all these other things that you can't really use a Scorcher to navigate the map. So yeah, I'll be interested to see if they will give it a go to add it again in the game, or probably skip it this game and see it reintroduced at some point in the future. But it would be interesting to yeah, definitely see how this is gonna work, because I think that they've definitely put a lot of work into rendering the weapon and bringing it up to light. Just for one single game, I just think it's a bit yeah, a bit too resourceful of them to do. Okay, let's go and help our buddies there. Oh, that should be fine. But yeah, what's your favorite weapon right now? I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section below. I mean, you have been absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for your support. I've learned so much from you guys recently as well, which means a lot. I think even though you're focusing on making zombie-related content, there are things that you'll be naturally missing out. So I can be more grateful to you guys for adding suggestions and comments and just general tips and tricks. It's just absolutely amazing, and I'm sure that other people seeing those comments, they will end up using the same sort of knowledge that you guys have shared with. So yeah, I couldn't be more grateful of your input on this. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below which weapon do you guys use, and what do you think is your your to-go-to right now. I'm sure I'll be hearing about a few interesting weapons, so yeah, quite keen to see if I can try any new ones as well. Okay, so not long left now. Okay, let's go and actually finish the contract. But you know, as you guys can see, the Kastov actually holds itself pretty well. Um, as I said, I've seen how the conversion kit works. I've seen that it does some pretty decent damage as well. But I think all in all, if you put the aftermarket attachments on the Kastov, you probably have the same results. But what I've tried to focus on the most was just the mobility aspect of things, because that's probably the most important when you play with anything other than an SMG or pistol. Okay, we are nearly there, and you know, once more, just wanted to share with you guys that I'm really grateful for all the support I have received from you recently. We are on track to reach 1,800 subscribers, which I'm really happy about. Again, it's been just 2 months since I started doing these zombie videos. Or just my overall gaming YouTube channel. So just because of you guys, I've been able to actually get a lot of support, a lot of commentaries, a lot of likes, a lot of views as well, and most importantly, a lot of subscribers. So yeah, I just can't thank you guys enough for this. It means the world. Even though can appreciate, you guys can appreciate the fact that I'm a full-time dad, I'm a full-time working person, got family, and still dedicating my time to do these videos for you guys. I hope everyone appreciates that, and just in time, I hope my content will get better, and more of this will help you guys even more. So yeah, I guess the more we can build this community together, the better. And I'm just happy you guys can be part of it and support me through this journey. Right, but this was it. I mean, again, I took your feedback, guys, on previous videos. I am trying to keep them as straight to the point as possible, or as straight to the content as possible. We had enough examples where the Kastov had kind of proved himself. So I do hope you guys will give this a go. And if you do let me know in the comment section down below how did you felt that it did. So thanks so much again, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for watching the video, and see you all in the next video soon.